Hello, my name is Prajakta Yadav, a student of Britsung Training Center. Today I am going to discuss about magical flour mill. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a poor miller named Thomas. He worked tirelessly at his small flour mill, grinding wheat into flour for the villagers. Despite his hard work, Thomas struggled to make ends meet and often went to bed hungry. One day, while walking through the nearby forest in search of firewood, Thomas stumbled upon a hidden glade. In the center stood an ancient overgrown flour mill, its stones covered with moss and vines. Intrigued, he approached and noticed a faint glow emanating from within. As he entered, the air crackled with energy. To his astonishment, Thomas discovered a wise and old spirit residing in the mill. The spirit introduced itself as a Seraphina and explained that this meal had magical properties. It can turn any grain into an endless supply of flour, she said. However, there was a catch. The meal would only work for someone with pure heart and noble intentions. Thomas, filled with hope, shared his struggles with Seraphina. He spoke of his desire to help the villagers who often faced hunger. Impressed by his selflessness, Seraphina agreed to grant him the meal's magic. She instructed him to say a special incantation at dawn, and the meal would produce flour for as long as he wished. Excited, Thomas hurried home and shared the news with his wife Eliza. Together they prepared for the next morning, eagerly awaiting the moment they could help their village. At dawn, Thomas followed Seraphina's instruction, and the meal sprang to life. Flour poured forth endlessly, enough to fill bags and baskets. The couple quickly delivered the flour to their neighbors, who were astonished by the sudden bounty. As days turned into weeks, the village flourished with ample supply of flour. The villagers were able to make bread, pastries, and cakes. Families no longer went to bed hungry, and the community grew closer as they shared meals and celebrated their newfound prosperity. However, as the villagers' fortune improved, greed began to creep in. Some started hoarding flour, seeking to sell it for profit. Thomas noticed the change, and his heart grew heavy. He remembered Seraphina's warning about the mill's magic. It could only be used for noble purpose. One evening, Thomas gathered the villagers and spoke from heart. "We must remember why we have this flour," he urged. "It is a gift meant to unite us, not to divide us. Let's share what we have and ensure everyone has enough." The villagers listened, and slowly they began to return to their roots. They organized communal meals and shared their resources, ensuring that no one went hungry. The spirit of generosity returned to the village, and with it, the magic of flour mill flustered avenue. One day, after a particularly bountiful harvest, Thomas decided to visit Seraphina's to thank her for the gift. He returned to the hidden mill and found her waiting. "You have learned an important lesson, Thomas," she said, smiling. "The true magic lies not in the flour itself, but in the love and kindness to share with one another." With a grateful heart, Thomas vowed to always use the mill's magic for the good of the village. Seraphina blessed him with her wisdom, and from that day on, the mill not only produced the meal but also filled the villagers' hearts with compassion. As years passed, the villagers became known for its unity, generosity. Thomas and Eliza lived happily, sharing their food and fortune with all. The magical flour mill became a symbol of hope, reminding everyone that true prosperity comes from one another. Thank you for listening.